This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake that fire.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. Heather, I gotta take a moment for this one, man.
Do that.
I gotta take a moment for this one because our next guests were really instrumental in my partner King Tech and I, in our desire to be a part of this music business, because they were responsible for a lot of the music that inspired us. At that time, we didn't know, but it inspired us in many ways. Not just to become MCs based on the fact that they were working with some of our favorite MCs from UTFO, but also to inspire our desire to dance, because they were making the kind of music with Lisa and the Cult Jam back then that was what they played on the West Coast and all the dance clubs.
Yeah.
So these guys, not being from the East Coast, were popular on the West Coast because they were the architects of a lot of hit records for a lot of hit artists, including themselves. But when you look at their discography of folks they work with, I'm just going to read off a few.
Do that.
Okay? Just a few, because the show was only a couple hours long.
Right.
Damn,
All right.
how long it could go.
Pretty much.
Yeah. UTFO, which to me is one of the most under-acknowledged rap groups that ever existed. These dudes were hip-hop. Yes. They rap, they sing, they pop, they lock, they were B-boys to the heart. They were singing long before we heard of Drake. Okay, they were singing long before any of these guys who be singing now. They were really singing songs.
Ja Rule too?
Way before Ja Rule.
Ja Rule. He was a seed.
I like that though. Tracy said Ja Rule. I like that though. Put it in your perspective. Curtis Blow. NSYNC.
Woo!
Backstreet Boys. Britney Spears. Raphael Sadiq from Oakland.
Wow.
From Oakland.
Raphael
business.
Sadiq. Selena?
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. The list goes on and on. Patti LaBelle?
Wow.
Miss Patty.
Samantha Fox, who had gigantic hits.
Wow. Wow.
Cheryl Pepsi Riley, who had mega
Man,
hits.
thanks for my child.
You guys were in the studio with Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
In the studio.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates?
Yeah.
The late, great B.B. King? Isaac Hayes?
Yes.
Damn.
What? It's not stopping.
Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah.
Nina Sky? Rihanna?
Little Kim,
Lil Kim?
Nicki Minaj,
Nicki?
I like the back-to-back.
Add on to it.
Jasmine Guy, Philip Bailey, Big Daddy Kane, Scarface, Rakim,
They forgot their hits.
the Chef,
Faith Evans.
Raekwon?
Faith Evans, Sheila E. It's so many people.
Yeah.
Sometimes
They have written
forget.
and produced songs for at least this amount of artists that we named.
and even LaToya Jackson, which my brother B-Fine spearheaded that one.
B-Fine
Project of Love.
Yeah, that was for money. No, I'm kidding. But we love LaToya though. We love her. Oh,
Ladies
boy.
and gentlemen, welcome Full Force here with us. Full Force get
Salute
51
to
times.
Full Force.
I can't
What's
believe.
going on?
With the
Thank you,
never-ending resume.
Thank you, man, because you guys have been really a part of the soundtrack to my life. My partner
Thank you.
King Tech and I have always been gigantic fans, because you guys experimented with sounds in ways that you were ahead of your time, in my opinion. How you experimented with certain sounds that kind of crossed over. It wasn't just hip hop that you appealed to. Y'all had that Latino dance audience too, right?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Zeroed in on that, man.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Interesting how that
Listen.
came to be.
Before B speaks, I just want to give a shout out to this Full Force, because we're brothers, Bowlegged Lou, Paul Anthony, and B-Fine, but there's other 3 members of Full Force, our cousins, Baby Jerry, Kurt, and Shy Shy. So Full Force is 6 members. I just wanted to get that out.
Bonded
okay.
by blood.
Go
Wow.
ahead, B.
Yeah. Well, coming on the whole Lisa situation.
Yeah.
How that came about. That was ironic. Back in the day, I had so many jobs. I got fired from all of them.
Okay.
So the deal is, every time I got fired, I went to Kurt's house, who's in full force. And as soon as I ring the bell, he would just open the door, start laughing. The funny shit is that he was fired too, because he was always home.
He didn't have no job.
But long story short is that I went in the basement and I just came up with the track, I'll Never Take You Home. And he came downstairs, put the keyboard next to it, and came in, dun, 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 and then history was made. But the key to that is, why did we pick Lisa? Because in high school, for me, all of the Hispanic people that I hung around in the handball courts, they were like me.
Yeah.
Their whole flavor, their whole flow, the girls, the dudes, they were just like me. And back at that time, the only thing popping was Menudo. And I would tease the hell out of them about that.
Yeah.
I said, yo, man, I know you like Menudo. And I started doing the dance and teasing them. They said, I don't like that. Man, that's my little sister. I don't like that. They like, so I felt like, there was nothing out there that repped them the way I knew them.
Yeah.
Like at the Fun House and at the Roxy or the Ball Busters, that whole scene.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, we auditioned a lot of young ladies, a lot of Hispanic young ladies. And when we came to Lisa, I remember Paul had to sing this song that Mike from Coach Jam, bro. I still remember that shit.
What was the song?
I remember. He don't remember. I remember that shit.
All Cried Out?
No.
Oh, okay.
The song that Mike wrote.
Mike Hughes from
It went,
Coach Jam.
Two dances to love. You was blessed with the two. And it sounded like that shit too.
Yeah.
It was basically
Horrible.
Yeah.
And then I said, no,
Horrible
sing
song.
something else. So I had her sing something from Sheena Easton, For Your Eyes Only. And I said, guys, that's it. Because I think the mindset was to find a girl that could sing good, not great.
Yeah.
This way everyone could sound like her,
So she's more made her relatable.
Right, there you go.
We hear that a lot in rap today. A lot of people don't rap great. They can rap, but not rap great.
Yeah,
They're
right.
relatable, right?
Yeah, so she opened the doors for a lot of people. So
Nobody tried to talk to her in the crew?
No, never.
Okay, just thought I'd throw that in there.
Right.
All right, that was beautiful.
We was all family. It was all good.
The UTFO, I mean, I got to get these things off, right? UTFO, how did y'all meet UTFO?
Okay, interesting story with UTFO is that, long story short, he was like messing with my girl.
Kango.
Kango was like,
Well, Kango was messing with everybody.
but he was a pest, and she told me about that.
Yeah.
When I went to Mike, I said, yo, who's this kid? Sean or whatever, Kango. She said, he's up at the school. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna go see him. He said, yeah, I'm gonna point you out. Matter of fact, they're doing a dance show, they're at the school. I said, cool, I'm gonna go see this kid. I'm gonna see this kid right now. I went up there and I saw them, they were up there and they were doing their whole dance routine. Yo, they were dope.
Yeah.
They were so dope.
Yeah.
And then after the show, Kango said, yo, I'm gonna bring him to you. I said, all right. He brought him to me. He said, yo, man, what's going on, man? And we was popular as a local band.
Yeah.
I said, yo, listen, I want you to dance in our set, So come around the house, Mike will bring you and we'll see what's up. He goes, all right, great. And then Mike was shocked. And Mike looked at him. Mike said, yo, man, it's a good thing you could dance, man. Yo, that's Boobie's boyfriend. He came here to beat your ass, And that's how we met.
the rest
Mike
is
was like,
history.
and Ken was like, Word? He said, oh, yeah. Good thing you could dance, bro.
Yeah, it's Mike Jam.
That's how that happened.
Story.
Yo, Full
Yeah,
Force
that's how it
is here,
works.
man.
That's how it works.
Okay, I got a lot of questions I want to ask you about artists that you work with, but I also want to talk about what's going on now. You guys got the Full Force with Love from Our Friends project.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's a book, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you also raising money for your cancer foundation as
Absolutely,
well. Okay.
absolutely.
We got
No
time
question.
to sit on it, okay?
That's
So
what's
we're
up.
going to
That's
open
what's
up
up.
these phone lines, 888-742-3345. But hey, before we do that, I saw your Unsung.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Was it TV One did the Unsung?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the highest rated Unsung episodes ever.
No doubt.
But I was so happy that I felt like it was properly done.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know
the-
what I
that was
mean?
the
Yeah.
way.
We were proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Because every Unsung we saw, and it was a blessing that people get that exposure, but everything was kind of down, and I'm constructed a whole different way. You know, it's all about higher vibration, higher frequency. So we wanted to make sure that people left with an energy electric that was that way.
Yeah.
And that's why
Not
it
on the
was done.
downbeat, on the upbeat.
Yeah,
I like
not at
that.
all.
Full Force, man. I talked to Wonder and I told him, man, you got to do a special mega mix. Just give me 5 minutes of some of the hits they've been behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Full Force is here, man. 888-742-3345. When you hear these songs, man, go ahead and party in your car. If you're working out right now at the gym, if you're at home, You smoking, whatever you doing, man. This is it, full force. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. Yes.
Wow.
Some of full force hits right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That's DJ Wonder right there,
DJ
fellas.
Wonder, great job, baby. That was incredible.
baby.
Creative Wonder. Thank you.
That's your new nickname, man. That's your alias now, Creative Wonder. You gonna rock with that, Wonder? Yeah.
dope.
Okay. Full Force. They're here. They got the project. It's called Full Force with Love from our friends. I still got to go down this line of artists that you guys have worked with. We played that James Brown, song, and that was a big deal. James Brown, the architect of hip hop, music, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
Without James Brown, there'd be a lot of music we wouldn't have never made, right?
Hey, listen, that was incredible. I'll never forget when he walked off that elevator. Let's see, what? 3-piece blue pinstripe double-breasted suit. He had a purple shirt with the collar out to here, a multicolored ascot, brown platform shoes with the horseshoe in it, a long black fur coat, Bootsy Collins pink glasses, and motorcycle gloves. I'm talking legend. I'll never forget that. And I said to Mr. Brown, everyone from Michael Jackson to Mick Jagger has lifted from you. All we ask that you believe in us, that we believe in you, and we'll help put you right where you're supposed to be. And after a while of thinking, met the whole group, he came back and he said,
look here, I love you. I'm going to love you like my son, but I don't trust you. We're going to do something. We're going to make this happen. We're going to make it right. And so we're going to offer it.
thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you.
What did you? I know we've all learned from James Brown. I'm sure prior to meeting him, but did you learn anything in the studio working with him that you didn't already know?
Well,
Instincts, impulses that he had?
Yeah. That's really what it was, because a lot of the songs he didn't even know, but instinctively he would just go. And you had to be on your game to pick it up, because he may not do it again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we was all on point, because his timing, sometimes his timing was impeccable, sometimes his timing was off, but it was still synchronized. Like he may be off, but he was off throughout that whole verse.
Yeah.
So I was able to take the verse and drop it where it's supposed to be.
But keep in mind, if he was
incredible.
off, this was during the time when he was going through some personal problems also.
Right.
With the whole craziness, you know what I mean? So other than that, though, he was just great to work with. And the song, I'm Real, which went number 2, the song we did after that, which was Static, that was also top 5 record. And those are his 2 last top 10 records in his career.
For James Brown.
That Full Force.
This is around the time he was getting arrested and was having car chases and all that.
Exactly. So that's why stuff was kind of crazy. Reverend Al Sharpton used to come to the studio a lot, and speak with him and everything like that, because he was going through it. Every time Reverend Al came, we'd always go, okay, it's going to be a 2-hour lunch period, guys, and we just chill while they do their thing. But it was always well needed.
It was always special. And for us, you have to understand, I mean, when we started singing on the streets at 9 and 10 years old, and that's what we sang in the subways for money and just to get to the Apollo.
And we
to
performed at the
see
Apollo.
Mr. Brown at 10, 11, 12 years old, and this is the Godfather, the architect, and for God to bless us to be the only producers to write and produce an entire album for the Godfather of Soul.
Wow.
I mean, that's a blessing. So when we look in his 50 greatest hits and I see Static, it ain't nothing but God.
Man, that's God.
And we call him
Amen.
we call him Mr. Brown, because I'll never forget when we had to work with him. We heard rumors that he was kind of, he's kind of mean, but we didn't know. So I called up Dan Hartman. May he rest in peace. Dan Hartman is the one that produced Living in America for Mr. Brown. And I said, so Dan, man, I've been hearing all these stories about, James Brown. I mean, what? He was like, hold it right there. When y'all work with him, don't you dare call him James. You call him Mr. Brown, okay? And we've been calling him Mr. Brown
Ever since.
ever since.
Wow.
Ever since.
Selena.
Wow. Yeah, that was
Y'all worked with Selena.
Yeah, that was special too.
In the
man.
studio, person, live in the flesh.
It was special, man. That was a special thing. I mean, I think, Lou, we went to a meeting at EMI and you saw her.
Right. What I did is
right?
I saw a video at EMI. It was just a video of her dancing and all of this stuff. And I told the young lady, I said, who's that? And she was singing in Spanish. He said, oh, that's Selena. She's a Tejano
She was huge
artist.
all over the world.
She was, I was like, man, I would love to produce her. I said, I don't even care if Full Force had to produce Spanish songs on her.
Right.
That's how dope she was. So she said, but you know what? We're getting ready to do an all English album on her.
Wow.
Right.
And I'm like, really? Said, yeah, so this would be perfect. So they got in touch with A.B. Quintanilla Jr., who's her brother. And come to find out when he met us that they used to perform some of our songs. songs from Samantha Fox. I wonder if I take. I mean, and Wonder If I Take You Home and Naughty Girls Need Love Too. They was already doing those songs. So once we hooked up, man, we end up doing Techno Cumbia, a remix of that. And then we did this song called Missing My Baby, which is featuring Full Force. What happens is that when she had to finish the vocals and everything, man, I just never forget it. And I'll never forget.
Yeah, remember, we went out to the compound in Corpus Christi, Texas, and they had a big, beautiful compound. That's where we recorded the album. And then we would stop because they always prioritize performing and shows. And she split everything 5 ways with the family, like how we did. You know, so when we took that break, you know, and then that happened, you know, we was blown. We couldn't believe it.
So she got killed during y'all break.
Right,
exactly.
in the middle of
and what happened is that when she got killed, may she rest in peace, we thought they was going to scrap the album because she just did halfway as far as English stuff. And then they said, no, we're going to now make the album half English, half Spanish. So when they flew us out there to finish up Missing My Baby, we went in the studio and we did the background vocals.
Yeah, we sang her
which
parts.
she was supposed to do. We did the background vocals, and it was just so eerie listening to her voice come through the speaker as we did our thing. But once we did it and we finished it, then
the whole
Mr.
family.
Quintanilla came in, the father with the whole family.
Everybody,
they came in, they listened to the song. Remember, the name of the song is called Missing My Baby. And as they're listening to it, and they're listening to it right when it was finished, as they finished listening to it, Mr. Quintanilla stood up and he started clapping for us.
And everybody
then the whole family
cries,
started
tears.
clapping.
Her husband was in the corners walking in a circle. I went and embraced him, and it was a serious moment, man. But once again, to be there and just to be present to that was definitely an experience for us.
You guys called Rihanna in the beginning, early in her career, right?
Oh yeah, Riri.
What
was a trip.
How was, because you caught Selena, you caught Rihanna, these mega stars, Britney Spears, you know. How was Rihanna early on compared to working with people who were like more established, like Selena and Britney?
Rihanna was very confident at her age. One loves my man
How
Ty
old was
Ty.
she? 16, 17?
I think Rihanna was 17, about to go 18. And she was very confident, and she had a flavor. I mean, she just out there, but she was still very confident. Lou would play practical jokes on her, and she wouldn't trip out at all. She had good timing in the studio. And we had a lot of fun. And there was the song is that La La La, you know, and it was going to be the next single. And we had a special relationship with Jay and everybody. And Ree's she's still a little sister, just dead.
Lou, what jokes was you playing?
Well, I have like crazy pranks.
Let me tell you about the real joke.
I got crazy cranks, like, you know, these stickers y'all might get on your back. Bowlegged Lou's my mentor. Bowlegged Lou saved my life, and I have exploding pens, all kinds of stuff. But the practical jokes that I played on her, she wanted me to, you know, I bought some for her and sent her. But there's one practical joke of this apron, and I have this apron, and on the apron it says mucho. You know what I mean? So what I do when I walk with this apron, I say, you know, how many of y'all want like some, you know, vegetarian sausages? Anybody want some vegetarian sausages?
Because when he lifts the apron.
And then she says, yeah, I love one. And I lift the apron, and it was a nice, gigantic, like 10-foot, you know, black penis.
Okay.
But that was but it was under the apron. So I raised it up. And she didn't miss a beat. Rihanna just started laughing. In fact, I think she
let me see it.
Let me see it, and she held it.
Oh wow!
Everybody else,
but it was fake.
Everybody else be like, "Yo, oh my God!" I said, "Hold on, yo, what you got there, right? Let me see it."
But it's just a crazy prank,
He was
though.
scared back then.
Yeah, we was
Foreshadowing.
Let me ask you this,
bugging. That's her
'cause
sister.
He wasn't scared.
I know, right? What makes these guys special is we're naming artists from different genres, and they've written hits in every genre, right? And so Hall and Oates and all these different guys. Is there a formula? Because you work with NSYNC and, you know, and Britney and Backstreet. When y'all approach songs from more pop artists, because pop music has a structure to it. It very seldom falls out of that structure, right? Was it a formula for those type of the boy bands like the NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys and the Britney Spears?
Well, you know, I think. Listen, all music to me is pop music, which pop means popular. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I remember with the Backstreet Boys, you know, after I had a meeting with Barry Weiss at Jive, and he showed me a video of them. I think they was doing "Quit Playing Games with My Heart," and the Backstreet Boys was only known in overseas at the time, because at this time, you know, 6 guys in full force, and we split our money 6 ways. So
I hate that part. Just so
You
everybody know.
always say that. I noticed that too.
I hate that part.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we write a song.
I didn't vote for that part. You voted for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
all
don't
for one and one for all. Like
Back
if
then with that shit.
if one guy writes a song, the 6 of us split it 6 ways. We've been doing that all our career. And so this time I said, So this time I said, yo, man, we got to produce some white people, man. So we could really, some
Get more
white
money.
international
White money is
people.
different, yo.
Oh,
And that's what we did.
money.
After the fellas saw the video of the Backstreet Boys, Baby Jerry, he said, yo, Lou, I had a song that I was toying with, man, for that might be good for the Backstreet Boys. And then he started singing, but my love is all I have to give without you. I said, Jerry, that's a smash.
Yeah.
So with
And
them,
then-
it was about melody.
So we worked with them.
about
We worked
melody.
with Britney when she was like 18 years old.
Okay, give me some of the Britney songs.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Wow.
And Justin Timberlake in NSYNC, who Justin was dope. Justin is still dope. Justin Timberlake, when we worked with him, he always had the respect for black music. I'll never forget when we did a Vibe
he loved
magazine.
Brian McKnight.
We did a Vibe magazine,
That's all
and
he
his
wanted to
parents
know.
loved Al Green. When we did a Vibe magazine article, and in the article, Baby Jerry was talking about how Justin appreciates black music. When we went back to Orlando, Justin's like, yo, where's Jerry? Where's Jerry? Because he was just excited that Jerry said that. He always, he just.
But funny
loved
story
black
with
music.
Britney, because Britney camped out with us in Brooklyn for 2.5 weeks. She stayed there. I mean, she slept there, just stayed there so we could bring out the vocals and the nuances and everything like that. And, she was always that you could see that she was a star, you know? And, I think a couple of times I heard her say something about, I blame Full Force for my ass because we would always go get stewed chicken and rice down at the block
That's
in Brooklyn
hilarious.
on Clarkson East 46th Street.
Jamaican food.
Yeah.
What song did you work with her on?
Well, a couple of songs that we didn't make the album. That album, I think it went out overseas. You can go online and
Love the
find a
Hurt
song
Away.
called "Love the Hurt Away." It's actually Britney and me doing a duet. And
But the interesting thing is that
Crazy
we
one.
worked with Britney when they wasn't sure if they was going to even sign her.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they gave
almost
they
did.
gave it to us. Gave it to us and say,
Bring it out.
Bring it out and let us know if you think she has something.
And so y'all brought out her ass instead.
That curry chicken,
For Full Force is responsible for Britney Spears' ass. We've been asking that trivia for
Yo.
decades.
I'm trying to say,
I'll take a bow on
we
that
should,
shit.
we should market that,
yeah.
man.
You know what? With all the success of the music and then how House Party blew up, was there ever a time when you were kind of debating between like music and film? Because House Party was crazy.
You know what? Let's take a listen to House Party right now.
Okay.
Full Force is with us.
Look, guys. Why are you sweating me, man? Look, you're wrinkling my school clothes.
Ooh, you wrinkling my school clothes.
Yo, wait. What's the problem? What's wrong? Your mama can't afford no iron? I tell you what, tell her come on over to Stab, all right? I'll put her on the stroll. She can save up, get one.
Look at you, Stab. That's
Yo, watch out, man, watch it. Yo, this punk motherfucker throwing shit at us,
Yo,
man.
man, I smell something, man. You smell something?
I definitely smell
You
something out here.
I smell
Pussy!
Full Force is here.
The famous line.
Yeah.
We can't go nowhere without saying that line. And what's the other line, Lou?
And I've been waiting to do this because I never could curse at a lot of places. I always got to say freaking. So now I can say I'm going to kick some fucking ass.
Full Force is here, man. You know what? To Heather's point, did you ever?
Well, you know what? Our father always taught us that a singer is an actor. He's been telling that since we was 14 and 15. Because when you come on stage, and a lot of time when we speak out to young artists, I say, don't sing the song, become the song. You know, so acting was just an easy transition for us. You know what I mean? Because when on stage, we just become that. So the first film we did was Crush Groove.
Right.
Because we all started together. Russell and our manager, late Steve Salem, started in an office the size of this room, and that's how we wrote Basketball for Curtis Blow. And we took Run, and we was all like one clique, And then
on some real shit, Russell still has a grudge against us.
Why?
Because back in the day, we did a When If I Take You Home.
Yeah.
And him and Larry Smith is the legend. Love Larry Smith.
Yeah.
They came in to do a special mix. And back in that time, you couldn't time compress anything to make it. So they slowed the track down to like 30 beats per minute. And they started playing it, walking around, grabbing their crotch. And it was dope. But they slowed it all the way down. And the record company didn't like that mix. But we were supposed to do some type of joint thing, and he always held it against us.
Yeah.
Russell Simmons to this day?
He's
Zen master
Russell,
now.
Yeah, not to this day.
No, to this day, don't play that nice shit. To this day, Russell.
But then
all
he
right.
loved us for
All right, so you know
Unselfish
what?
Lover.
All right, so we're gonna put in a call to Russell. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
B-Fine, let me tell you, Russell's coming up here.
Yeah.
And then I could play this back. If you have a question for Russell, what would you ask him? Do it right now.
My thing, yo, Russ, why you still mad at us for that Lisa thing? You and Steve arranged some kind of deal, bro. We didn't even know about it. And I still remember that conversation we had on the staircase in the Beacon Theater when you said to me, listen, I'm trying to get this label named Def Jam off the ground, man. And you're trying to get it with Warner Brothers. And you said, yo, I want y'all to do what you want to do. I just want to have a little say about the music. And you always held it against us. Because I called you the other day, and your people says, fuck on out of here.
Wow.
See?
There it is. Hey, Russell.
That's B-Fine,
It's all
Russell.
love.
We'll get Russell to
Russ.
answer that question. All right, we got full force in here, man. I want to play a song from the new project, Your Love Makes Me High, featuring Raphael Sadiq and Shanice. And I want to talk about everything that's going on now and open the phone lines for our listeners, 888-742-3345. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5. Your Love Makes Me High. This is Full Force featuring Raphael Sadiq from Oakland and Shanice.
Sound
And
good, man.
Yes.
from the album Full Force with Love from Our Friends. And talk about this this album. Paul Anthony, why don't you talk about this album?
Oh man, well, it's a special album. It was labor of love. A lot of the people on the album came out just as a tribute honoring me being a cancer champion, and the way they extended the love, it was mind blowing to me, because everywhere we turned, everyone came out, and it was special. I want to do something special for each and every one of them, So we had a wonderful time just showing that love, because to me, there's so many types of cancers that mine was mantle cell lymphoma, which is incurable, and it went from mantle cell lymphoma to myelodysplastic syndrome to acute myeloid leukemia and to bone marrow transplants. And I always know the mind, body, and spirit, and what the Father brings you to will bring you through. But I've learned that through breast cancer, pancreatic, I've learned through my experiences, and I'm celebrating my 10 years since I was diagnosed.
Wait a minute. They said you had 2 years when you were diagnosed,
Yeah,
right?
Right, yeah.
And you're celebrating your 10 years?
Absolutely,
Oh, man.
brother.
Hey.
It's like that,
God bless you.
Yeah,
God
thank
bless
you.
you.
Yeah, I
Wow.
respected it, but I never owned it. And that's the thing, is the moment the doctor told me, after 30 seconds after you told me, it's, you have 2 years left, I just immediately started going to work right there within me, because, it starts from here organically. But the worst cancer is not pancreatic, not breast. It's cancer of the spirit. That's the worst cancer. So I feel that if we give a steady transfusion and infusion of love, we can cure that. And then that'll take care of a lot of things too. Then we can get to the nutrition and everything else. And that's what this album exemplifies. That's why it's love for my friend.
And not to cut him off, but Paul had going through the whole cancer thing. He never said, like, damn, why me? He never said that.
Wow.
You know what he said to me? And I'll never forget this. He said, you know what? I know why God chose me to have this. Yeah. Because God knew that if you or Lou had this, that would have really fucked me up more. So he knows I'm built for this. So that's why I'm the one. That's why I'm chosen. He looked at himself as being kind of the chosen one. And what amazed me about that is that, all beforehand, before this happened, sometimes people talk positive about what they'll be, what they do. Let me tell you something. You don't know who the fuck you are until you're confronted with real shit.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Right.
Life
don't know.
or death situation.
Because when Paul was diagnosed, I thought I had it. I stayed in bed for like a whole week, and I would go with my brother to like all the appointments, all the needles that he would get, and everything like that. And then when his mantle cell lymphoma turned into acute leukemia, that's when he had to have the bone marrow stem cell transplant with myself as his donor. And what happened is that I'll never forget it when the nurses and the doctors were saying, okay, listen, your brother needs 6 million stem cells to live, because he was fighting for his life.
Yeah.
He needs 6 million. I don't know how old you are again. I said, well, 28. He said, okay, if we don't get 6 million from you, we're going to have to get a catheter and put it through your chest to try to draw it out. Okay. And I said, no problem. I'll die for my brother. but I end up with my youthful 19-year-old self. I ended up
There we go.
instead of 6 million, I gave my brother 9 million stem
Yo, there you
cells.
go, man.
Yeah, he just wanted to get to that part.
Bowlegged Lou,
I
man.
know.
I had to mention it.
So let me ask you
Yeah,
the proceeds from this project, is it going to the foundation?
Yeah,
or-
Yes.
A portion of the
Okay.
proceeds goes to the foundation, and basically the purpose of the foundation is a few, but mainly for us, particularly men, to be proactive with our health. I have a phrase called proactivation times integration equals eradication. In other words, that we're proactive with our health and our spirit and our nutrition and how we train and how we take care of the body, and you have to have an integrative lifestyle, not just a mindset. When you're fighting the enemy, you just don't come through the front door. You come through the window, the skylight, the roof. So that's what I did. I changed my diet, my nutrition, my training. I did my acupuncture. I did a lot of different things. Infrared sauna to prepare myself for the cancer and the chemo. So once you do that, then you could be closer to becoming eradicate the disease, So
Wow,
we're
man.
gonna do some wonderful things.
Yeah, absolutely. Full force is here, man. I appreciate you even sharing
Thank
this
you.
story,
Thank
man.
you. Thank
And if people buy the album, they could get the album now, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Full force with love from our friends.
Faith Evans, Sheila E. We even did a remake.
Tisha Campbell Martin.
Tisha
Yeah,
Campbell Martin,
yeah.
who's dope in it as well. And we even did a remake of
Right.
All I Have to Give with the Backstreet Boys, but we did it with RL of Next, Slim of 112, Steve Russell of Troop, and Little G of Soap. And the new single that's out is called Call Me When You Want It, featuring Santa and my son Lou Star, who's also responsible actually for putting Nicki Minaj in one of her earliest groups, which was the Hood Stars,
Oh, Lou
which he
Star.
was a
Yeah,
part of.
yeah.
Him, Lou Star, Nicki, Safari,
Yeah, we got some
and
things
7
on
Up.
here.
My son brought them all together.
Yeah.
And Yeah, ladies, he did. last thing y'all got to check out a joint on this album called "Do You Believe in Heaven?"
Oh,
It's a
Spoken
spoken word
word.
joint featuring Malcolm Jamal Warner, Blair Underwood, Amari Hardwick, and Big Daddy Kane with Najee on the horns. It's fire.
spoken word. It's
That's
dope.
spoken
It's
word.
fire.
Wow.
Wow. 888-742-3345. They got a Roxanne new chapter with Full Force, Lou Star, with UTFO and Roxanne Shante.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, shout out to our girl Shantae, man. We're having some fun on Mel Star's radio show. Full Force is coming with our house party as well. Right now, the Rock with Mel Star. Y'all got to check that out. Shantae is with us doing it.
And we're trying to get UTFO to do a reunion, even if they could do one show together.
Yeah.
The 4 of them: Kango, Doc, Mixmaster, and Educated Rapper. So y'all help me petition that to happen.
Why isn't that happening?
I don't know, man. You gotta
Tell the
ask. You gotta.
Is it Kango and Doc?
Yeah, it's like a beef or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We gotta work it out though. I know Kango's willing. I think all of them is willing, but they just want things to be copacetic. It's just a shame because they could be making a lot of money together doing shows. Because UTFO,
Wait a minute. What's in Barbara's bedroom?
that was by Whistle.
That was Whistle.
And
That's what I want to ask y'all.
Kango produced Whistle. on that.
Kango produced, because Whistle had the Transformation album.
Yeah,
And it
Yeah.
sound
Wow.
like, yeah, right?
Mhm.
Well, hold up. What's my shit? It'd be like Alice in Wonderland.
That's
Right.
Fairy Tale
Fairy Tale
Love.
Love.
That's you- now
That's UTFO.
That's
UTFO.
Be my fairy tale lover.
Yes,
Right.
Sway in the house.
He really
That was one of the
wanted-
first songs.
Sway
Yeah.
wanted to be a
That was
singer.
one of the first songs by a hip hop group.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
That was,
course,
that was
wow.
the first time I heard a hip hop group just
Sing.
really,
Yeah.
of my generation, just all out sing.
Yeah.
And then when I heard the Whistle Transformation album, I thought y'all had something to do with
Yeah,
it.
because Kango learned from us, and he put his
And he
thing
put-
on them.
Right.
Oh, he bit your style.
No, he didn't.
No, okay, my
Pass it down. He passed it down.
He passed it down.
Yeah, he
Okay,
didn't
man.
bite our style.
He learned from us.
And he always gives
Yeah.
love to us, and he always says how we birthed him and everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody in UTFO give us love, you know.
Yeah, the birth in him sounds kind of nasty, but yeah. Yeah.
Fairy Tale Lover. Look that up. I'm not even sure, but that was
That's
that was the first ballad. You know, LL
Yeah.
had "I Need Love," but he was kind of
Right.
spoken word in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
right.
was even before that.
That was
Yeah,
before
before
"I
that.
Need
I
Love."
Need
Yeah,
Love, yeah.
Fairy
And you know
Tale.
what's interesting? That song inspired Run. He told Kangalis to write
Peter Piper.
Peter Piper.
But in a
Wow.
sense,
Because-
but in a sense
because
of
of the
nursery
fairy tale.
rhyme.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
A lot of
Yeah.
history.
And listen, since we're
Jules, Jules.
since we talking about the
Yeah.
full force acts like Lisa and Code Jam and UTFO, I just want to give a shout out to our girl also Cheryl Pepsi Riley.
Cheryl Pepsi
Because
Riley.
we produced and wrote a great song on her, number 1, Thanks for My
Thanks
Child.
for my
And
child.
I'll never forget Big Daddy Kane when he saw our Unsung and he heard about it. He said,
Yep.
yo, man, I didn't know y'all did Thanks for My Child. One thing about the Unsung, besides Paul's cancer champion journey, people was just so surprised at the body of work.
Yeah.
I didn't know y'all did this. I didn't know y'all worked with Patti LaBelle. I didn't know y'all did this. I didn't know,
man,
you know,
that really. And the last thing I want to say, I want to give a shout out to someone very special. He reminds me of Full Force. He's tried and true. He's been through various stages of his career, but he's always dependable. You can always count on him, and he never wavers. He's always there. And I need to call Kathy Hughes, our girl Kathy Hughes. Shout out to her. See if we can do Unsung in this brother, because he has always been consistent. And that's you, Sway.
That's you, Sway. Sway, you know you're legendary. Legendary Sway.
I'm like, yo,
Real
what was he
talk.
about to say? I want to meet this dude.
Real talk. True story. From MTV to now,
Wow,
you're
that's crazy.
consistent, brother.
Yeah.
And that's
thank
all
you,
I want,
man,
consistency.
Paul. I appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
We got Raphael on the line from Tacoma. Good
What
morning.
up, Raphael?
Raphael, you there?
Hey, good morning, Sway. First, it's an honor to be on your show.
Wow,
My
thank you.
boys, Criminal Nation,
Okay.
came down and sought you down in California years ago, and you let them come on in and, gave them some good reviews of their music, bro. It's an honor to be here talking to you and everybody else in the crew, as well as the Full Force brothers. I'm an old school cat. I was doing hip hop back when they was really, really big, doing the Full Force thing back in the 80s. And to be here in these 2000s doing everything you guys are doing still and have been doing, brothers, hey, man, it's an honor to be online with y'all right now.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
And you know what, Raphael, you know what you can do, though, man. Get that album, though. Yeah. They got music out.
Hey, man, as soon as I drop the kids off to school and get to work at the car lot, bro, I'm downloading.
That's my man,
That's
Raphael.
That's what I want to hear. Y'all
Thank you,
follow
Raphael.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's a citizen.
That's Sway in the morning.
All right, we got Sean from Ohio on the
What's up,
line. Sean, what up, man?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
going on,
Man,
fam?
I definitely want to say it is a privilege to be speaking with Full Force. I don't think, the people listening really grasp, how, essential you guys are to music. And I think it's going to be one of those things where years from now, people are going to be like, man, those Full Force guys, they were really special. Even though they're saying it now, I think it's going to be really appreciated, in the future. But I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
So my question is, I know you guys work with James Brown, produced his last charting hits. And so when the movie came out, I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't talk about that at all.
Me too.
Well, we was understood that they didn't cover in the movie like his last 30 years or something like that. That's what we heard. But listen, they didn't even mention Reverend Al Sharpton either in the movie. And Reverend Al Sharpton was very instrumental in Mr. Brown's career as well. And so was we. But we didn't take it for granted because, we got to work with him in the flesh in real life, and it wasn't a movie. So, it's all good.
I didn't like that.
Hey, but it could have been. It could be on the edit room floor. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never
Yeah,
know.
that's Mick Jagger's fault. It's okay though.
That's right. Mick Jagger executive produced that.
It's all right.
Oh yeah.
That's why the Rolling.
So,
That's
you
why
know
the
what I
Rolling
mean?
Stones was in the movie.
You know what I mean? Yeah, what
Hey,
for? So yeah,
Hey, y'all weren't.
I didn't like that.
Oh, they made a big deal about the Rolling Stones having to perform after
Yeah.
James Brown,
All
and James
that.
Brown shut it down. Okay, cool. Hey,
All right.
Sean, get the new album. It's called Full Force with Love from Our Friends. All right, get that. Hey,
We'll
man,
do, and I'm looking forward to the Full Force movie in the future.
That's right, my
Thank
brother.
you. What's up, man?
Just like that.
Hey,
Thank
man.
you.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
thought since we had legends in the room, Heather, it would be only appropriate that we bring another legend in the room.
Got
Yes.
to.
Yes.
We got the ex-blood himself, D.L. Hughley. Is in
DL in the house. What's up, D?
What's happening, y'all? Look, we got everybody in here now.
Oh man.
The white people in the building was nervous as hell. Is there a rally? Is Hillary here today? Jesus Christ.
DL in the house.
I thought y'all see DL. He always get excited when I
Man,
see
we
DL.
love D, man. We caught the
love
show
DL.
a few weeks ago, man, and he's tried and true, man. He's love you,
Likewise,
D.
man.
Always love
Likewise.
you, man.
And we're working on something together, a music blog and stuff like that.
Well,
for
you
entertainers.
for notes from the GED section.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna
What's
be
that?
hot.
What is?
Well, I'm doing a blog, and he's gonna do the music. We're doing the music blog.
Yep.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
I know so much about it. You
You could do it,
Have you
DL.
seen my extensive 8-track tape collection? I believe.
Yeah.
No one has Barcades in here, right?
Exactly.
Your love is like a Holy Ghost, I believe.
There it is. That's it.
Hey, I didn't even know that y'all were working together.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
And
Yo,
shout
Full Force
out
got-
to Tracy Pennywell too.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Sure. Man, working on a new single, man. DL don't even know about this, but a new single is gonna be a crazy chorus, and we're gonna have it's gonna be for the comedy sector. We have DL, maybe Cedric, another comic is gonna be off the chain, right, D?
I just like R&B singers
who like chicks. That's my thing.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Talk
about that.
I like.
Okay.
I think that's the new thing right now.
The
you know
two
what
light
I'm talking
chicks.
about? I'm singing to a girl. Wow, that's edgy.
He said that's edgy.
That's real shit right there.
You're being politically
doing something.
incorrect.
That's
Yo,
funny.
full force, man. Let's give them a round of applause, man. Hey,
Absolutely.
Thank you,
All
thank
love,
you, guys.
man.
hey, we're connected now.
Yes, sir,
Paul Anthony got
definitely.
my info.
You know, I got you.
Good.
We gonna
do it.
do something.
Oh, we gonna
Definitely.
do that,
I
brother.
mean, you got your hands in everybody else's career. Come on, man.
I got you.
Yo,
Trust
y'all making
me, I got
everybody
you.
money but me and Heather and Tracy G.
I got you. It's done.
It's done?
It's already written.
Okay, man.
And we
Be
got
fine.
we
Good
got
to
a
see you,
reality
brother.
show we're in works with too.
Okay.
True School Agency, which is going to be hot. It features Melly Mel, Melissa Morgan, a lot of people that's in it as well.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
and y'all get us our
Show me that,
websites,
show me that.
fullforceworld.com, fullforceworld.net, and PALiveLife.org. Y'all reach out to us, okay?
Full force.
Shout out to Reggie Hudlin.
Okay.
Reggie Hudlin and Warrington Hudlin also, the Hudlin brothers. Shout
Yeah.
out to them as well. We're going to be doing something special.
Yeah, we got a
with
nice
each-
film project coming.
with each
Okay.
one of them.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about it. Gentlemen, thank you,
Love
man.
y'all. Thank
Love
you.
y'all too,
Love
man.
y'all.
Full force, ladies and gentlemen. DL Hughley is up next. 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shea 45. Kilo.